What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Guys, we here with part 2 of what is something Europe has changed in your mind as an American. Hey, I can say now, just seeking information and looking, like just discovering new information about Europe, just about living abroad and stuff. I definitely have changed my mind, you know what I'm saying? I don't even have to be there to, I feel like, especially when I get there, but I don't even have to be there to realize that, hey, these are real stories, real facts, and still relatable, even though I'm living here in America. So this is finna be interesting. We finna jump into it. Y'all hit that subscribe button, send down those recommendations, and check it out.
To or travel to Europe. What's something Europe has changed in your mind that now you can't let go?
So my answer is security. You feel so much safer in Switzerland. I live in Switzerland. I've been here about almost 7 years this year, and we just don't have the same security concerns. My 4-year-old walks to preschool by himself. He knows how to
Wow.
cross the street and everything. You don't have kids getting yelled, like snatched up. And my example was going to be that people literally leave their strollers outside of stores, and there's a stroller behind me that was parked there while the parent went in to buy baked goods. That's what people do here, and my list could go on: safety, security, cleanliness, education, geography.
Okay.
It's a long list. I mean, I definitely want to move back to the US one day, but with kids it definitely feels better in Europe,
Yeah.
right?
Americans who've been to or traveled to Europe. What's something Europe has changed in your mind that now you can't?
Working, because the girlies over there, they are working to live, not living to work. Okay?
Just seen that in another video. That's a fact, though.
They are working to live, not living to work. Okay, they are at that job so that when they clock off, they can go head to the bar with their friends and or family. They value family and friend time, like hanging out, whether that's at the bar, the club, the park, the restaurant. And the money that comes from a job is just so that they can do those things.
Yeah.
Which is just so different from the American ideal. Your job is your life, is your life's work. Everything, nothing comes before your job. Because all this hustle culture, at the end of the day, if you die, what are you left with? What are people going to remember about you?
Exactly. And like I said it in another video, they just gonna replace you with somebody else. You could pass away. Hey, they still got about 10, 20 people on call that was trying to get that same job that you got.
At the end of the day, if you die, what are you left with? What are people going to remember about you? Well, she was really good at her job. It really changed how I viewed work, because it really is more so a transaction of my time for money and not like my life. But U.S. labor practices won't let me be great.
Americans who've been to or traveled to Europe. What's something Europe has changed in your mind that now you can't let go?
American chocolate is trash. It is bitter garbage. It literally takes me weeks, if not months, to be able to eat American chocolate.
Hey, somebody said it tastes like throw up, and we seen it. They said it tastes like throw up.
It literally takes me weeks, if not months, to be able to eat American chocolate after traveling. I don't know what it is. There's an ingredient in there that makes it disgusting. And yeah, there's so much more. But that's the first thing that popped into my mind.
Americans who've been to or traveled to Europe. What's something Europe has changed in your mind that now you can't let go?
I've been studying abroad in Italy for about 3 months now. One, I had constipation issues before I got here, and as soon as I got here, I could not stop. If we're talking about food, there's something wrong with American food. Something's up. Honestly, I think it's all corn. I think it's corn in different shapes and textures and flavors, and they're not giving us real food. Anyway, conspiracy theory over. The public transportation here is elite.
Hey, they are putting putting something in the food, because that's everybody's answer right there.
Anyway, conspiracy theory over. The public transportation here is elite. You can get somewhere in 30 minutes, 15 minutes. It's amazing. However, there's strikes like every week, so there's probably a lot of exploitation going on, which makes it so amazing in a capitalist system. When I go back to US, I'm just gonna eat vegetables and protein shakes and like pill supplements, because I can't. The food here is food.
Even our beef looks great.
The food here is food.
Our meat quality has to be making us sick, because there's
Okay, so I only found out about this recently, and it kind of blew my mind. But I watched a TikTok of a lady who worked on a farm, and she basically went on to say, like grocery stores and stuff like that hold auctions. And in these auctions, they sell off near expired or expired food stock that they can't sell to us, and we're not going to buy or eat. And they sell it to farmers, and farmers use it to feed their livestock. So what that basically means is the same processed fucking garbage that we eat from grocery stores every day is being fed to livestock to keep them sustained with, you know, a few pieces of carrot and apple chopped up into it. Like, there were Ritz crackers in this trough of food that they were gonna... Ritz fucking crackers, bro.
Some Ritz? What's the cow need with some Ritz crackers for?
In this trough of food that they were gonna... Ritz fucking crackers, bro.
Americans who've been
Not
to or
the
traveled to Europe,
Ritz.
what's something Europe has changed in your mind that now you can't let go?
A lot of people are going to say the food, and you're not wrong. Because America's food is so much more processed, it takes like 2 months for your stomach to actually acclimate back to all of that. So for the first 2 months, you're going to probably be sick. But something I really realized after talking to a lot of people from Europe is that, unlike Americans, their job isn't like their main source of pride. In America, we tend to really like boast about how many hours we're putting into the grind of our job. Whereas in Europe, they don't really tend to do that. Not to say that they're not proud of what they do for work.
Hey, you just gotta leave work at work. You know what I'm saying? Leave work at work.
Whereas in Europe, they don't really tend to do that. Not to say that they're not proud of what they do for work, but they tend to have a lot of different things that they're more proud of than how long they work and where they work for so long. I'm not saying that culture is not shifting, especially with millennials and Gen Z and Alpha. But it's definitely something I noticed and definitely something I wanted to change.
Americans who've been to or traveled to Europe, what's something Europe has changed in your mind that now you can't let go?
Getting a driver's license in Germany. I think it takes a few years, and I think about $2,000 to get your license in Germany. Any Germans can correct me on this if I'm wrong. But it's a rigorous process. It's not easy, and for good reason. You have the Autobahn, which are sections of the highway where you can go as fast as you want. The speed limit is 300 kilometers an hour on the Autobahn. So with that, can't be a prick on the road. You don't own the road. If you act like you own the road and you're going slow in the left lane and you think the guy going 150 miles an hour behind you should slow down, you're screwed. Big fines, big penalties. I've heard rumors about you could lose your license for doing that if you drive slow in the left lane on the Autobahn.
Wow.
The road maintenance and everything there is just amazing. The way they run their...
We definitely need that, because on the road, most people, they get in the left lane past somebody and they stay there and still go slow.
The road maintenance and everything there is just amazing. The way they run their whole driving system. I went 126 on the Autobahn. The person in front of me on the left lane would move about a quarter mile before I would even get close to them. They got us beat.
Americans who've been to or traveled to Europe, what's something Europe has changed in your mind that now you can't let go?
Oh boy, where do I even start? I mean, there's so many things I could talk about, but the number one thing I'm going to talk about, just quickly, for those who know me, you know what I'm going to say, public transportation. Yeah. I started abroad in Bordeaux, traveled to Munich, Dresden, Prague, Barcelona, Madrid. Man, Europe they get public transportation. They put trams on the street. They make sure cars are not going like throughout the city. So it's, designated that it's public transportation. And they got trams. They're going everywhere. They're going to the north, the south, the east, the west. They'll cover your ass wherever you want to go in the city. But the U.S., yeah, maybe some big cities have subways. Otherwise, you got bus systems. But where's the public transportation here? Give me some trams, America. I want trams.
Trams.
Or travel to Europe. What's something Europe has changed in your mind that now you can't let go?
Hi, I'm Nobody, an American who's been living in the Netherlands for 2 years. And frankly, it's all the things that add up to quality of life. Education, transport, healthcare, food, cost of housing, access to infrastructure.
Hey, he said the key word, the quality of life. I don't feel like the U.S. value the quality of life, especially for individuals. Like, that's something we need to adopt. The quality of life. What is the true quality of life? This man, Mr. Nobody, is telling us.
And frankly, it's all the things that add up to quality of life. Education, transport, healthcare, food, cost of housing, access to infrastructure, art and culture. It's all of those things. Imagine a world where you don't have to own a car, where you can take a bicycle or a bus or a train anywhere you want to go and it's affordable. That your healthcare doesn't bankrupt you and is available to you, and you can get same-day appointments. It's freedom from paperwork. My taxes take me less than a day to get done. It's green spaces in my neighborhood with art that allow me to really enjoy my life. It's worker conditions that allow me to have nights and weekends to myself as well as my 24 days of statutory vacation. It's pretty awesome, and I can't imagine life without it.
Americans who've been to or traveled to Europe, what's something Europe has changed in your mind that now you can't let go?
That they overfeed us and our portion control is outrageous, and the food quality that we have in America is trash.
Americans who've been to or traveled to Europe, what's something Europe has changed in your
she got to the point, and that was it. That food quality. We do get larger portions though. I was just telling Dream Team Neil, I'm like, bro, I think we just did it. Like, we could probably eat the same stuff, but we just gotta lower the portions. Like, the portions, I shouldn't be feeling super full, and like, I get the itis. If you don't know what the itis is, it's when you eat too much and you just go to sleep. That's called the itis.
It's trash.
Americans who've been to or traveled to Europe, what's something Europe has changed in your mind that now you can't let go?
This is going to sound strange, but the milk in America really creeps me out. I'm not American, I'm British, but I live in America. And back home, our milk goes off within a few days of opening it. And it stinks, like it's got lumps in it, you can tell that it's off.
Hey.
But the milk in America legit lasts for like weeks. And that really creeps me out. I don't know if I'm going crazy.
Americans who've been to or
wow, she got a point. That fresh, you gotta use it that day
But
type.
the milk in America legit lasts for like weeks. And that really creeps me out. I don't know if I'm going crazy.
Americans who've been to or traveled to Europe, what's something Europe has changed in your mind that now you can't let go?
Hi, I'm an American living in Germany, and my wake-up call was realizing that the fact that I'm mortified of calling 911 in the US is not normal. In the US, you don't call 911 unless it is a near-death experience because that's just expensive. You either take some Advil, chug some water, and sleep it off, or if that doesn't work, someone can rush you to the urgent care. But we still don't call 911.
Yeah.
And that's not normal.
At all.
He goes on to talk about the quality and quantity of food, and that's another big wake-up call too.
Americans who've been to or traveled to Europe, what's something
I actually lived in Scotland for a little while and went to school there. And I want to tell you my top 3 things that made me change my view on America. Number 1, much like you, the food situation. There's chemicals in our food that is outlawed there. Number 2, the medical care is so different. It made me realize that not only is America getting rich off of sick people, but because of the chemicals in our food, they're pretty much just keeping us sick to get richer. And number 3.
That's what I've been saying. At this point, why kill you when we can keep you sick? But then again, they are killing off some people, but why kill you when we can just keep you sick or you can keep making these appointments?
Chemicals in our food, they're pretty much just keeping us sick to get richer. And number 3, the education system. Now, where I went to school in Scotland, and I'm not going to say this is for all of Europe, but where I went to school in Scotland, they went to school for 13 years. And they went to school all year round. And they were more ahead than we were. I was in the 7th grade when I went there. And instead of doing American 7th grade math, they were doing American 10th grade math in the 7th grade.
Americans who've been to or traveled to Europe, what's something Europe has changed in your mind that now you can't let go?
Well, I live here, so it might be a bit biased. But not having a very solid life plan at the age of 18, you know, kind of staying single until you're in your 30s and not having kids until you're in your 30s and, you know, not feeling like a functional adult until you're, well, within your mid-30s is okay. It's fine. Also, the medical care here is so cheap.
I think with that, because I feel like here in the U.S., people rush. We rush. I tell kids all the time, hey, man, stop rushing to be grown. Like, you're going to be an adult when you're 18. Like, enjoy your youth, because these bills and these problems is not what you want. Like, it's going to be, like, heartbreak different when you get older. Different things, like, feeling like you behind. Although, like, kids, if I got somebody that's under 18, what? Don't rush to get grown. Enjoy your youth. Enjoy your parents taking care of you. Because when you have to take care of yourself, now most kids, they didn't listen to their parents and stuff because they felt like their parents were running their life type thing. And now you struggling more than your parents struggled. All because you just didn't listen. Like, enjoy your youth. Listen to your parents so you can be ahead and get some more information so you can know what it is. Like, more information. Knowledge is power.
It's fine. Also, the medical care here is so cheap and accessible that it allows people like me at 40 to just go play American football.
Oh, wow.
Lives in your head rent free.
Oh, I did that one before. But hey, this one was definitely good. Of course, just hearing people experiences and top things. Food. The food sucks here. Too large of portions. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. I like to eat, but then again, I'll be regretting because I'll be like, I eat too much type thing. You know, healthcare, you got transportation, you got education. Like, and one guy said that was from the net that live in the Netherlands, like the quality of life. What is the true value? What is the true quality of life? That's what we need to focus on. So people can still, like this man, still 40 playing football. It hurts me to play basketball because I'm so out of shape. Why? I eat bad. The food be getting me, so I can't even run up and down the court and I'll be exhausted type thing, you know. But definitely enjoy that. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button, send down those recommendations, and y'all be blessed, be the best, and be you. I'm out.